If you recognize this fence, you can tell people where I'm at, you might win a prize. Put it in the comments section. For those of you who subscribe, you might be asking yourself, why am I doing a video on a Fiat 500x when I did a Fiat 500x a few months ago? Well, yes, I did, and this is the exact same car I had back then. You see it right there, but they took the keys away so fast, we didn't have a chance to get a full evaluation. So I made a phone call and got it back. We never got a chance to test the headlights in the dark. We'll be doing that in the video. We'll be racking up a lot of miles on this engine to get the real-world fuel economy, and trying out the suspension for ride comfort and handling capabilities. If you're kind of tired of the look-alike Asian cars, whether they're from Korea or Japan, I can't tell them apart anymore, you might appreciate the Fiat styling. Definitely unique. I like it. Especially with this metallic blue paint job. By the way, this is not a passenger car, it is an SUV. It can be taken off-road, it does have the ground clearance. As you can plainly see, underneath the Fiat 500x is the same drivetrain as the Jeep Renegade. This is one we tested last year. We'll have a link for the Renegade test at the end of this video, so you can click and watch. So don't go away. The 2.4 liter is gone, replaced with a 1.3 liter turbo, putting out 177 horsepower, 200 foot-pounds of torque. Fuel economy is rated 24 in the city, 30 on the highway, with a combined of 26. We'll be racking up some miles to see if that's true. It's hooked to a 9-speed automatic transmission, a gearbox that I despise as a rule, but it seems to work pretty good in this particular vehicle. Apparently they've gotten the programming right in the newer models. And below the shifter you have the magic button. Gives you different riding modes: automatic, sport, traction for wet roads or snow, your choice. By the way, this gauge cluster is well designed, very easy to read and use. Lots of useful information in the middle. Here's how a climate control should be designed. 3 simple knobs with push buttons in the middle. Even a monkey could operate this. Simplicity. Up above, simple button for traction control, emergency light, the auto stop engine fuel saver, which doesn't work, you want to turn that off. 2 decent sized storage compartments. Room for 2 full-size adults in the second row seating, if they don't mind sitting upright for most of the trip. Short trips only. 20 cubic feet of storage in the back, more if you lower the seats, of course. The materials of workmanship, nothing fancy, but I have no complaints. In fact, I have no complaints about the cabin at all. It's very well designed and very simple. The price tag starts around $24,000, about the same as this Jeep Renegade brother. Of course, options jack that up a bit. Here are the options we had, the prices, and the total tab. Keep in mind, Fiat gives big discounts. Work your best deal. As an example of Fiat dealer discounts, here's a website of a local dealer that was advertising this week. $4,000 right off the top, $6,500 off if you get all the discount qualifications. Brings it down from $26,000 to $19,000. You won't get a discount like that from a Honda or Toyota dealer, I can guarantee you that. The first half of the video show and tell is over. Let's take this out and do some driving. Let's start with these headlights. These are big ones. It's dark enough. Let's see how these lights work. Here we have the low beams on a wall 100 feet away. Bright enough, but a bit low to the ground. Go to high beam. Now we're bright enough. Here's what the rear view camera looks like when we're in reverse. It looks a lot better in person than it does on this cheap camera. The quality is good enough, trust me. Here we have the brights on the building 300 feet away. Not the brightest I've ever seen, but adequate enough. Go to low beam. Doesn't quite reach out, but okay for city traffic, I suppose. This SUV sits a bit higher than the typical car, so let's see if we can spin it out in the turning circle. Perhaps that all-wheel drive will give us better traction. It's really hugging the road. It does have body lean, but I'm very impressed nevertheless. This tiny 1300cc engine is not much bigger than some motorcycle engines, but with the turbo and torque, it does move up pretty good, especially if you put it in the sport mode. At idle, it does make a funny tapping noise, but once you get moving, it sounds pretty good. So let's give it a go. Ah, now the turbo's coming. Decent acceleration considering the size. No complaints about the brakes. Nice feel and feedback on those two. As we do in all our videos, we're going to take some mild speed bumps around 20 miles per hour to evaluate the suspension performance on bumps. Here comes bump number 1. Pretty smooth. Bump number 2. Yeah, I felt that in the rear, but not too bad. Here comes number 3. The big nasty one, hang on. Felt the last one, but this is a short wheelbase car with high tire pressures, around 35 pounds plus. Overall, I'm still impressed. No real complaints. This is a nice city commuter. It's quick, responsive, cuts in and out of traffic easily because of its small size. It's actually fun to drive. I said at the beginning of this video we were going to do some long-term fuel economy testing. We're going to take a long freeway trip today, around 75 miles per hour. See what kind of numbers we get. I've been on the road for about an hour now, and I'm very impressed with the way this performs on the highway. The ride is very comfortable, the wind noise is reasonably low, and even though I'm not a fan of this 9-speed automatic transmission as a rule, it's performing pretty good during my passing power maneuvers. No complaints thus far. Alright, so far 79 miles, 28.1 mpg. We were doing a lot of passing. That must have knocked the mileage down a bit. Okay, the previous testers put about 500 miles on this vehicle before I got it. I put another 500 miles on it after I got it. Let's look at the specs. Woo! 1,000 miles. Fuel economy, 25.6, averaging 36 miles per hour. That's pretty good fuel economy. I'm not complaining. So after racking up all those miles in 1 week, what's my opinion of this Fiat? Well, if you watch my videos, you know if I find anything wrong with the car, I tell you, but honestly, I can't find anything wrong with this vehicle. The engine's powerful, economical. The vehicle handles like a champ in corners. Nice brakes. Comfortable highway car. I just can't find too much to bitch about. It's really one of the nicest little SUVs I've driven. Yes, I understand the rear cargo capacity is a bit less than other competitors, but anytime you put a car-shaped body on an SUV, you're going to lose some cargo room. But we knew that going in, right? If you want more cargo room, get the Jeep Renegade version of this vehicle. And while as a rule, I can't stand this 9-speed automatic transmission, it appears Fiat/Chrysler has gotten the programming right because I didn't have any issues with this. I guess the only negative feature I could say is it has a Fiat badge on it instead of Jeep. Fiat's not a popular brand right now. They only sold like 5,000 500Xs last year, compared to about 80,000 Jeep Renegade versions. But that could be an advantage when it comes to the price when you go down to the dealer.